Alright, welcome back to the channel. I am Mary. If you are new here, hello. If you are a returning viewer, hi. Anyways, within this video, what I'm going to talk a bit about is learning from the past. And the anchoring question within this video is, how can I begin to learn from my past? If you would like to begin to learn from your past, you must review your past. You must look at your past. Set aside some time to reflect. Now, this doesn't mean you have to look back on when you were like 5 years old. This can simply mean by looking back at your yesterday, who you were being yesterday, what you were doing yesterday, and really begin to ask yourself, what season am I in? And within this season, what are my lessons? You see, sometimes in life, when you view your current circumstances and conditions as a lesson, sometimes that can actually help you maintain being in a positive state, and it could actually help you get through it. And with that, you learn a lot. You learn a lot about yourself and how strong you are. You are very strong. You are very brave. You're into all of this stuff. You have overcome a lot. So I just would like to take this moment to thank you for working on yourself, for taking the time to look inside and to get in touch with your soul, your spirit, and your heart, and to follow it and to begin to manifest from that center, from that space. So again, when it comes to this video, the anchoring question is, how can I begin to learn from my past? Well, when it comes to learning something doesn't always have to be, hold on, sorry. The reason why I just did this is because there is a bus that is in this video. Let me see. And if you guys, okay, you can see the back of it. And if you guys see what's written on this bus, then you know my location. And I sort of want to keep that private at the time being, okay? Anyways, like I was saying, to learn, you must know the lesson. You must know what season you are in within your life. So to get clear on that, you have to really look at where it is that you currently are at and how you've gotten to where it is that you are at. All right? So begin to ask yourself this question: how can I begin to learn from my past? And like, notice what comes up within you. What parts of your past comes up? What aspects of yourself and what parts of yourself come up within you? And really reflect on how you've gotten to this point. Reflect on that. How you've gotten to this point. Within this very moment, you can learn so much about yourself just by reflecting on your past. How your life has been for the past 2 years. How your life has been for the past 5 years. You can learn so much about yourself. And you could see the moments, the situations, the circumstances, the conditions, the experiences that have shaped who you presently are. You see, when you begin to live consciously and you begin to actually learn and apply what it is that you've learned within your present life, with who it is that you are now, you learn your lessons. You don't do the things that you once used to do. Let's say, for an example, you had negative habit patterns and you realize how negative they were, but maybe at the time when you were just so immersed in those habits, when they were just part of your state, you didn't quite fully know that they were negative. Maybe you knew, but like you just didn't know how to like break those habits and to get out of those habits. You see, the negative habits that we get into, they happen slowly. It happens slowly with time. It's a process. And the same thing goes with positive habits, you know. When it comes to living consciously, you have to have a lot of patience, because a lot of these negative habits that we've fallen into not from a conscious state. We have agreed upon things subconsciously, unconsciously. We were unaware. So when you reach a place within your life where you're able to look back and see those negative situations, those negative habits, those mistakes you've made, those things you've wished you've done better, those things you've wished you've never done. I'm sure there are a few of you that are watching this video, or even just listening to this video, that you have an experience within your past where you've made a decision that has fully shaped where it is that you presently are. If you haven't made that decision, if you haven't done that thing, you wouldn't be where it is that you are presently. And that's a hard truth. It's hard for us to face that and to put the responsibility and the blame, well, I wouldn't say the blame, but to put the responsibility on ourselves. Whoop. All right, where is this bus headed? All right. So it can be challenging. You know, a lot of us, we like to blame our parents, our family members, our friends, our partners for why we are the way we are. You see, you choose to be who you are. If you're allowing a certain experience, person, situation, circumstance, or condition to define you and to define your state of being and who you are, you can say that's a victim state. And when you truly live consciously and intentionally, you are not a victim. And you see that. And you know, you can even live consciously and make conscious decisions and still make mistakes. That's okay. But you learn from it. This is why reflecting daily is so important. Reflecting on your day, reflecting on how you've lived, reflecting on who you interacted with. Just reflecting on your waking experience. You can learn so much. Like I said, you don't have to go all the way to the past to begin to learn from your past. You can literally look at your past self, the version of you that you were yesterday. You know, when you begin to really work on yourself, you see the progress, you see the changes. When you really reflect on your daily life, like every day you reflect on your waking experience, you see the changes taking place. And that awareness becomes a motivation for you, an inspiration for you. You become your own motivator. You become your own inspirator. You become your own influencer. Not only yourself, but your life experiences, the things that you attract. You see, when you live consciously and when you begin to really set intentions to be the best version of yourself and to live the best life that you can possibly live this day, you see the miracles, you see the blessings, you see God's presence. You don't only see it, you feel it, you sense it, you know it. And Just from my personal experience and my own observations, I find that when we as human beings begin to live more consciously, we begin to become closer to God, to the source, to the universe. It just happens naturally. That relationship builds. Your faith builds, it develops. So, with that being said, I think I'll leave this video here. So, the anchoring question was and still is, how can I learn from my past? You can even begin to ask yourself, what is it that I have to learn about my past? What is it that I have to learn about my past in order for me to level up, in order for me to grow and evolve, in order for me to live more presently, more at peace and ease within my current life? You see, I personally believe that everything we go through, everything we experience, it's preparing us. It's preparing us for our future. When you view your life like that, you begin to see your strength. I know I said this moments ago within this video, but you do. You see your strength. You build your strength. And when you reflect on your waking experience, any moments you've gone through, whether it's emotionally or mentally or environmentally, that were challenging, that were a struggle, in the moment you reflect, you are the observer of that version of you. You are the observer of what it is that you've experienced, and you could see how strong you were. You know, you might even have certain experiences where you appear to be a failure, where you appear to be weak. But you see, with the awareness of that, you can begin to change that. You can begin to change a lot when you allow yourself to be aware and to live consciously, intentionally. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to leave this video here now, okay? So again, the anchoring question was and still is, how can I begin to learn from my past? All right. So I'll leave this video here.